So it's a saying. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. That's what I was thinking this whole book. It's just, oh, good Lord. I've, of all the books so far in this particular series, this is the most multi-layered plot. Oh, good Lord. I felt bad for the kid. The whole book really did. Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Kristina. This is where we read books and talk about books. There's no special effects. There's no theme music going on here. It's just me reading books and talking books. And also please check out my Star Trek Next Generation recaps on Friday. Hopefully the one you tune into is not completely garbled. Also don't forget If Then Friday afternoons. If you like this author, then maybe you like that author. I did get quite a bit carried away with Halloween this year. Then we got into Thanksgiving. We're headed into Christmas now. And don't forget to tune in to Flashback Mondays, where we talk about all the books in this magazine. And I just got a whole bunch more. But right now we are doing C.S. Harris, Sebastain St. Cyr series, Who Speaks for the Damned. We got a couple of further questions answered in the last book, but none in this book. None of the issues are addressed in this book. So I'm not. All right. So we've got Sebastain, who's the Viscount, who's heir to the to the earldom, and his father is Hendon, and we see him a little bit. Father-son relationship is getting better by the book. Hero is his wife, who also helps him out a little bit when the investigating. She's also likes to do stories and interview the poor and try and help them out just a little bit. I think she should do more. Maybe they should open up a school or something like that, or feeding, a homeless shelter to feed people at least during the day to make sure they get food. But she hasn't pursued that line yet. It's still kind of new in the infancy of the series. Then we have Jarvis, who is cousin to the king, and he's a very powerful guy. He kills people all the time, right and left, doesn't even think about it. Order so-and-so killed, and they're done. So, this book starts out with a visit from an old child friend. Calhoun is Sebastian's man of all. He uses him for everything, for secret missions, to doing lowly tasks, investigating, helps him find people. So he's been a good man to Sebastain the past couple of years since he's worked for him. And so this child comes to the house and says that Nicholas has been killed in the park. So they all go to the park. The kid should have stayed with them and would have been safe with them. But no, the kid decides to run off and hide in a place where they know, the place where Nicholas was probably their parent. We're not sure yet. We assume that. We really don't get too much of a clear ending on that. But they try and go back to the place, and then they end up people following them, people trying to kill them. They had to sell all their belongings. They even had to sell the one item Nicholas wanted as an heirloom for his child to pass on, and the child had to sell it to earn money for food. Where if he had just stayed with Sebastain, he wouldn't have had to do all this stuff. And it turns out the whole time it's referred to as a boy, it's really a girl. G is really a girl. So she's on the run the entire book. And we get a little bit of a resolution to her story at the end. Just a little, not to the point that I wanted, though. I wanted some additional questions. Maybe it'll be answered in the next book, but I don't know. So, we got this murder investigation. Sebastain calls in Henry Lovejoy. He's the magistrate that Sebastain works with. They're forever working together, forever investigating. Sebastain can go places that Henry Lovejoy cannot, into society's household and stuff like that, to do the investigating and to talk to these people that Henry Lovejoy cannot. And Hero gets a little bit involved. She's a go-getter. She's killed people. She's like her father. She has no hesitancy. If someone's doing her wrong or hurting her or attacking somebody she loves, she'll kill them, no problems asked. and her father will protect her in all things. Uh, her father will do this for her. So then well, I guess I really don't need this. So it's kind of multi-layered. So this guy was supposedly sent to Botany Bay, hard labor in chains, spent over 15 years or 20 years in chains doing hard labor. He escaped about 10 or 12 years ago, and he was accused of murdering this woman, and apparently he did not do it. He was framed. He never even, during the court process, no one testified in behalf. He never spoke up on his own behalf, and he was just shipped over. Instead of being hung, he was just shipped over to Botany Bay, where he lived and was tortured, and it was just horrific. And then he spent a few years in China. So he comes back, and it's later revealed. I won't tell you the whodunit, but I will give you character spoilers. And I will tell you that it's revealed early on that Nicholas was dying. That's why he came back. He wanted somebody to take care of his child for him. And the people he approached, the wrong people, and the wrong people told the wrong people. And that's how Nicholas ended up dead. But, see, what happens is, I told you, and you, and you, and you, that Nicholas is alive. And the four of you, maybe 5 or 6 of you, are now like, oh no, he knows the secret. Nicholas knows this. Nicholas knows that. He can't be allowed to take over my earldom. Oh, he can't tell people that I actually did the murder. No, Nicholas has got it. Everybody had their reasons for killing Nicholas. They all had their reasons. And they all had their reasons for killing the kid too. So, but when the person goes to kill Nicholas, the person is seen. Well, then we gotta kill the shopkeepers who saw me walk to the building. They may not know I did it, but if they sat there and thought for 2 minutes, oh, I saw this guy go in just before this guy went in, he might have done it. And since they didn't want him to point the finger, they start killing this shopkeeper, and they start killing the gardener, and they start killing this bystander. And it's just unbelievable the number of innocent, truly innocent people that get killed in this book. It's unbelievable. Hero doesn't do as many discussions as she usually does, but she does do a few while searching for G, because they're all looking for G. They want to help this kid. The good people, Sebastain and Hero and Calhoun, and the good people are looking for this child, but the bad people are also looking for this child because they truly believe that maybe there's a remote little chance the child could prove to be the legitimate heir of the earldom, and they don't want him to take the earldom, so they're going after the kid too. And while they're going after the earldom, they run into Hero, and one of the quotes from Sebastain is, so, you guys ran into my wife the other day, and do you know that she is the cousin, Lord Charles Jarvis's daughter? And the guy's like, oh shit. And so the guys are like in panicking mode. They're killing everybody in creation, so all these other people don't talk. And so we're like, it's got to be one of these 4 guys, or maybe the 5th guy. And the 5th guy knows stuff, so he's got to die. Oh no, now there's only the 4 guys again. Oh wait a minute, there's someone else that knows on the corner. And then the 4 guys start killing. And who's killing the 4 guys? Why are they killing? So the 4 guys killed people, and then someone killed the 4 guys, but not everybody killed everybody. There was different people killing different people. And if you want to know her identity, check out my New Year's Eve Dirty 30 video. She drives me crazy. I shouldn't have changed the battery 6 years ago, but she doesn't tell time. She just likes to ring. And she never rings 12. She goes to 8. Once a year, I've heard her go 12, but most of the time she goes 8. She was started when I fixed her, she got stuck at 9:30. Now she's up to 11. So somewhere along the line, she's moving. Somewhere along the line, those hands are moving. And that's been 6 months. Oh, no, maybe more than 6 months. because it was January. She was stuck at 9:30. I think we'll have to check the Dirty 30 video. But it's so multi-layered, and I felt bad for the kid and all the kids suffering. If the kid had just stayed with Sebastain, the kid wouldn't have had to suffer and wouldn't have had to sell the father's heirloom for food. It was the one thing the father wanted to give to the kid, the one little pocket watch, so maybe someone can buy it back at a future date if it's not sold from the pawn shop. But that I felt bad for that, and I still think that Hero should be doing a little bit more. She's got the means to do a place to feed the homeless, to help them out just a little bit. I know she's given them all pennies and stuff when she does the interviewing, but I think she could do a little bit more. I would like to see them open a school or something, or have some place for people to go. Actually, we need some place for people to go today. I don't want to get too political, but there are some places that want to fine a homeless person for being homeless. They're homeless, they have no money. So if they don't pay the fine, what are you going to do? Because you're saying you're not going to put them in jail. But if they can't pay the fine because they're homeless, they have no access to money or ways to earn money. So you're going to end up putting them in jail anyway because they're homeless. That doesn't solve the issue. But off my soapbox right there. So I think it's such a multi-layered thing, and I love the interactions with Hero and Sebastain, and Simon is starting to talk a little bit. We don't see any of Kate in this book. Kate Boleyn is his half sister, the actress. We see a little bit of Hendon. Hendon helps him out. We do see a little bit of Henrietta, his great aunt, the Dowager Duchess. We had more family intrigue in the last book. We got to see more of the family antics in the last book, and there was the issue with Sebastian's mother or father was not addressed in this book at all. So it was just strictly a mystery, trying to figure out who was doing all these murdering. And it was just like, this person killed this person, and then this person killed this person, and it was just like a domino effect. How many people could get killed, and by who? And how many people did more than one murder? Because some persons did several murders, some persons only did one murder before they got killed, and some people, it's very multi-layered, very complex murder mystery here. But I love this series. It's 1800. And I'm waiting for Tom to get a little more prestige in the series. I like Tom. He's a good kid. He wants to be a Bow Street Runner when he grows up. So see what happens there. So if you could please hit the like and subscribe. I'm gonna go on to Patterson now. I did a Patterson the other day. I'd go back to a Patterson now. I've got another series. It's a short series. I think it's only 3 or 4 books. I'm going to try that out and see what happens there. But if you could please hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out all the cozies I did for Halloween. And the last Halloween is family gatherings for the Halloween that you would not ordinarily think about for Thanksgiving. These are family gatherings for Thanksgiving that I was trying to aim for a homey, romantic, contemporary romance feel, and I ended up in left field. I mean, beyond left field. So we'll see what happens. You'll have to check out that If Then. I think it's If Then 35 or 6. So I'll have to check that out. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.